Every time you say no from truth, the universe hears yes to your true destiny. Chosen ones, pay attention. Your soul knows this is for you. Stay tuned. Valerie, talk to him.
All right, listen. The reason this found you is because you've been leaking your power in places your spirit already outgrew. You keep trying to pour into people who only know how to take. You keep trying to explain yourself to minds that were never built to understand you. You keep shrinking your truth so you don't disrupt the room, not realizing you were born to disrupt it, and the universe is done letting you play small. Every time you feel that tension, that inner hesitation, that subtle whisper saying, this isn't it, that's not fear. That's alignment correcting your path. You've been saying yes out of habit, but your destiny is begging you to start saying no out of self-respect. Because the moment you stop negotiating your worth, everything that matches your frequency starts moving toward you. Everything that doesn't, it falls away fast. This is the real shift. You're not losing people. You're losing versions of yourself that settled for less. So breathe straighter and let your no be the boundary that protects the version of you that's finally waking up. You were called to rise, and this is the moment you stop fighting the elevation.
You see, chosen one, your greatest strength is your empathy. But there's a lot of emotional vampires out there. There's a lot of people who don't respect your empathy. They end up trying to weaponize it and use it against you. So you see, chosen one, your no is protection. Your no is telling the universe and telling these emotional vampires that you are destined for greater, that you are aware of who you are and who you're not, and you're going to only allow people, things, and places and circumstances into your life that resonate with your higher self. Valerie, talk to him.
You heard him. If you're a chosen one, listen to me closely right now, because this is where your whole life starts to make sense. People weren't drawn to your kindness. They were drawn to what your kindness gave them. Your empathy feels like sunlight to people who've lived their whole lives in emotional darkness. And instead of healing in that light, they tried to feed off it. That's why you always felt drained around certain people. That's why you felt guilty for pulling back. That's why every no felt like you were betraying them, when really you were finally choosing you. Here's the truth no one told you. Your empathy is divine, but without boundaries, it becomes a buffet for the emotionally starving. And emotional vampires don't change because you love them harder. They change when you walk away. When you say no, you're not rejecting them. You're rejecting the version of yourself that kept accepting crumbs, chaos, and dysfunction as if that was your destiny. Your no announces a new reality. It tells the universe, I'm done being the source for people who refuse to be a source for themselves. And when a chosen one fully understands that, their whole frequency shifts, their opportunities elevate, their relationships refine, their energy stops leaking and starts creating. So hear me clearly. Every no you speak from your higher self becomes a yes to the life that's been waiting for you. Stand on it, protect it, honor it, because your empathy is sacred, and not everyone deserves access to the altar.
You see, chosen ones, there's so many people in this world who have no direction. If they have no direction, they will end up ruining your direction. They don't understand what it's like to have a purpose other than purposes given to them by the matrix, other than purposes that allow them to be distracted, that allow them to, run away from their higher self, allow them to run to temporary comfort. I say all I have to say is that you have a destiny that you're working towards. You have goals and dreams. You are trying to manifest what's inside of you. So I say all I have to say is that they will inevitably end up wasting your time if you don't set up boundaries, if you don't set up a firewall for your spirit, for your soul, and for your time. I say all I have to say is that your no is discipline. Your no is self-love. They say that discipline is the highest form of self-love. So by you being disciplined and you only allowing people, places, and things and circumstances and events into your life that align with your soul, that's showing the highest form of self-love. That's honoring yourself in the most wise, benevolent, and understanding and empathetic way. Valerie, talk to him.
Chosen ones, hear what he's really saying beneath the words. Most people aren't bad, they're just lost. They wake up with no inner compass, no soul mission, no North Star, so they float. And when a floater attaches to someone who's destined, they pull you off your path just to feel anchored. Not because they hate you, but because they have nothing guiding them. When you have purpose and they don't, you become their GPS. You become their structure, you become their emotional regulator, their therapist, their entertainment, their motivation, their distraction from the truth they refuse to face. And that's exactly how chosen ones lose years of their life, by trying to carry people who won't even walk for themselves. This is why your boundaries matter. Your no is not rejection. Your no is not cold. Your no is not selfish. Your no is alignment. Your no is, I refuse to abandon myself to keep someone else comfortable. Your no is you stepping out of savior mode and stepping into self-respect. Because here's the part most people never learn. When someone has no direction, they don't just waste their time, they waste yours. Your energy, your peace, your potential, your window for evolution. And chosen one, your window is sacred. When you say no, you're not shutting people out. You're protecting the parts of you that are finally waking up. You're safeguarding the life your soul has been trying to lead you toward since the moment you opened your eyes in this timeline. Discipline is self-love. Boundaries are self-love. Walking away is self-love. And choosing you fully, consistently, unapologetically is the moment the universe finally says, now you're ready. Let them drift if they want to drift. You've got destiny to build. Let's go.
You see, chosen one, I don't think you realize how wise you are. Your wisdom comes from all the experiences that you've went through. Your wisdom comes from all of the transmuted attacks that you've had to deal with. Your wisdom comes from all the suppression you had to overcome. And one thing that you realize, it's not about adding more, it's about what you can subtract. So many people think that if they add more to their Rolodex, they add more to their day, they add more to their events, they add more, they think they're doing more. You realize that taking away, that doing less is more. Because the less you have, the less clutter, the less static, the more you can get in contact with your higher self. Valerie, talk to him.
Chosen ones, let me tell you why subtraction hits so hard for you. You see, most people are addicted to noise. They chase stimulation, distraction, validation, anything that keeps them from sitting with themselves. But you're built differently. Your power activates when the world gets quiet. Because the moment you stop carrying everyone else's chaos, your own inner frequency finally comes through. Clear, strong, undeniable. That's why your awakening didn't start when you added something new. It started when you let something go. A relationship, a habit, a pattern, a wound, a version of you that couldn't come with you into your next chapter. Subtraction is sacred for chosen ones because when you remove the wrong people, your intuition gets louder. When you remove the wrong habits, your power gets sharper. When you remove the wrong environments, your spirit gets lighter. When you remove the wrong expectations, your destiny gets closer. And here's the deeper truth. You're not becoming someone new. You're returning to who you were before the world covered you in noise. Every time you subtract, you peel off a layer that was never you. You make room for the soul. You make room for the calling. You make room for the time you actually become the version of you that your ancestors prayed for. Most people accumulate, chosen ones refine. Most people hoard, chosen ones sharpen. Most people cling, chosen ones release. That's why your wisdom hits different, because it comes from silence, from clarity, from presence, from a higher signal that only comes through once you delete the static. You didn't gain wisdom, you uncovered it, because when you remove the noise, the soul finally speaks.